Hey, everybody. Welcome to Live from the Bench. I'm your boy, GQ, joined today by no one other than Boulevard.
GQ.
You know, it's a good day, and it's almost Friday. Because you know what happens on Friday? The worst football game in the history of sports gaming releases.
Oh, yeah, that game. Yeah. Yay, Madden. I love
Yep,
football, but I hate Madden. It's so bad. It does not encapsulate the spirit of football. It's such a
it
ripoff.
does not.
It's a
It
ripoff.
doesn't. But you know what does encapsulate the game of football?
We do!
Yes, and fantasy football. And
Absolutely.
we've been kicking you guys in the shins, and all those other places with them top 12 fantasy picks. We're
Yes.
gonna give you our top 12 fantasy wide receivers. Go deep,
Right.
go deep. I'm like,
I don't think you can throw it that far. I don't think
yeah.
Superman can throw it that far. I doubt Superman can even throw a football. He probably throw like
I don't think
hand
so.
off.
I don't know.
Like he just flicks his wrist like this because he's throwing like he from Kansas, basically. That's what it is. Motherfucker throw like he from Kansas. Superman ain't got no arm.
So we're gonna continue the amazing series that we have been finding success with. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the top 12 fantasy wide receivers and who we think you should pick at number 12. Boulevard.
I was actually
Take it
going to
away.
ask you more about that Madden thing, but yes, since we're jumping into it, at my number 12 from the NYJs.
Wait. What was you going to ask me about Madden?
Do you think it's worth playing? Because I don't. What do you think? Do you enjoy Madden?
I am a franchise gamer. No, I do not enjoy Madden, but I do. There's only one good thing with me with Madden. It's the ability to play football games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to maximum football. That's where my mind is. I want to see that. I don't really care much for Madden, but I feel like there's content in it. Even if we're just cussing the
Sadly,
developers
football
out.
games peaked at like ESPN 2K5.
They did. I mean, All Pro 2K8 was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I didn't even mind Blitz
Yeah.
the League,
Yeah.
but something
still
about
think
Madden.
It's EA Sports. I think that's just EA as a whole.
That's what it is. It's EA Sports. They're the ones who's
EA
screwing it up.
Sports is just.
The
I mean, they're even
exclusivity
screwing the
deal.
Sims up. I don't think it's EA. I don't think it's just EA Sports. I think it's EA altogether because they're screwing up a lot of their games.
Right.
What's that game? They're screwing up the Battlefield franchise.
Mm-hmm.
They're blowing that one out of the water. They're screwing up the Sims. They destroyed one of the best games ever, and that was SimCity. They destroyed that. So yeah.
Well, I used to play SimCity all the way back in the 90s.
Yes. And there's no better way. People are out here. That's like one of the places, a game that you can get tons and tons of content from.
Mm-hmm.
Building a city and letting people just sit there and watch you do it. There's content there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah. Madden
right
sucks was my point.
Madden SUXX.
Yes.
All right, continue. Who is your number 12?
Garrett Wilson.
Number 12. Garrett Wilson.
I don't remember exactly where he finished last year in fantasy, but I'm sure he was in the top 20, top 25. And now he's got allegedly a better quarterback this season. I mean, he's a better quarterback, but we don't know what's left in Rodgers' arm. But if Rodgers has anything left, then that's definitely going to push Garrett Wilson up to the top of fantasy leagues. Somewhere in the top 10, top 12, which is why he's where he is today.
Okay.
Who's your top 12? I mean, who's your 12?
My number 12, Wes Welker.
Really? He's dead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not Wes Welker. I apologize. Uh, uh, Wes Welker's pretty much done at this point in his career, if he even have a career left. I think he
He,
retired
he,
now.
he been going. That boy probably can't even
uh,
walk at this point.
Devontae Adams is my number 12.
Wow. It
Yeah,
seems low,
because
but
he
it's
doesn't.
not.
It's because he doesn't have a quarterback.
Right.
Like we said in a couple episodes ago, he doesn't have a quarterback.
He
Like
doesn't
there's
have a
no
quarterback.
quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo is just a person. He's like the new player. He's the new player.
He's
Like he doesn't have a
just a
name.
guy.
He's like that generic created player. It's like when you go on Madden and you play the superstar mode, and they got those generic characters that just there,
Mm-hmm.
like wide receiver number 8 or quarterback number 10. That's Jimmy
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo.
Damn.
So yeah, Devontae Adams is my guy because I feel like he's gonna struggle with a receiver that can't throw. He's just gonna be smiling. He's Alex Moran.
I don't know who that is.
Actually, if you guys are a fan of Blue Mountain State,
You're
like
the
me,
only fan of Blue Mountain State.
I am a big fan
You're the
of
only
Blue Mountain
one.
State. But
Nobody else has watched it.
if you've seen it, so you have a quarterback who's basically the star, one of the stars of the show, Alex Moran, who's a backup like 3 seasons, 3 years out of the whole game, whole series. But he has a starting quarterback over him, and that's who Jimmy Garoppolo is. He's like that the starting quarterback that nobody knows. Like the backup's more famous than he is. That's who
Mm.
Jimmy Garoppolo
Well,
is.
last year, yeah, the backups were definitely more famous. But I don't know who is it. Is it Nathan Peterman? Is Nathan Peterman still in the league? No.
If it is, that's bigly Nathan Peterman's more famous than he is. Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen, because we got nothing but time. My wife's not here, and the kids are in their room.
This episode's a disaster. All right,
Jesus.
I'm going in.
All right, who is the Las Vegas? What?
Aiden O'Connell and Chase Garbers are the depth at QB behind Jimmy G.
Yeah, I feel so sorry.
God, that's awful. That's so awful.
I'm sorry,
But I mean, it's
Devontae.
worse at running back. Their depth, it's worse at running back. Behind
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, they got Samir White and Amin Abdullah. Oh, and Damian Williams. So a bunch of do-nothing bitches.
But where is Josh Jacobs though? On
He's
the
still,
Raiders roster.
he's still their number one.
He is not on their depth chart.
No, he's on there. He's on the one I'm looking at. He's on there. He's got to be on there. They can't
Which one are you
possibly.
looking at? I'm on
I
the
am.
website. I'm on the Raiders website.
Oh, I'm on iLads.com. I don't even know what this is, but I'll go to a better source. No, wait. Eastman. Yeah, this is already a disaster.
Hey, we gonna keep going because we're
Well,
just gonna be sitting here tearing the Raiders down all day.
I'm fine with that. They've been ass since they beat the Eagles. I had beef with them ever since 1980. Yeah,
At
y'all, I
number
was alive.
11.
Yeah. Who you
My
got?
number 11, Carson Wentz.
Seriously?
No,
Oh,
Cooper Cup.
okay. You were off your rocker, Carson Wentz.
Cooper Cup. I feel like he still has something left, and he can still light up. Like I don't know. I feel like that route running. He may not be as fast, but you can't really lose that ability to make decent decisions.
He never was relying on speed. He was relying on his quick cuts and getting separation faster.
Yeah,
He's a good route runner.
and I think that helps you be a good fantasy player because you're going to get a
Mhm.
lot of catches that way.
Yeah.
Who's your number 11?
Scary Terry.
Ooh, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Who throwing to him?
Don't know. I mean, he's got the enemy. And you see what's happening in the past with the enemy's receivers. They get numbers.
Yeah,
Even
that's true.
if they crap, they get numbers if they all were in a good solid system. And the enemy system ain't gonna be much different than that. So you can shake that and see, I guess, assume McLaurin will get whatever the number one would have got Casey. But, slightly less due to talent. But, so you can still pencil McLaurin in for about, I'd say, 1,300 yards since there's nobody else really except Dotson. If Dotson's even makes it. Because I got doubts about. I think Jahan Dotson's a little fragile. So
he is very fragile. He
yeah,
is little.
That's what I'm saying. Keep your focus on McLaurin. If you can get him, I won't say you'll win your league, but you'll definitely have a strong piece to work with.
Okay. At number 10.
You?
No.
All right. Then Chris Olave.
You got Chris Olave?
I got Chris Olave out of the Ohio State.
Out of the Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
The Ohio Potatoes.
No. No, Chris Olave out of Ohio State, and, I believe Derek Carr is going to make him his number one. He's going to be the number one. It's not going to be Michael Thomas. Whatever's left of Michael Thomas, anyway.
Michael Thomas is not even going to finish the season with the Saints. He's going to be on another team.
Why? Ain't nobody want a broken down receiver? He's broken.
Exactly.
He's broken.
Start cutting your losses. Send him to Indianapolis. He can. I want to do that. Ugh, Jesus.
That's terrible. Oh, you got for number 10.
My number 10 is a fragile but very, very brave receiver who led our team in receptions, Devontae Smith.
Mm.
He is my number 10.
I had him at 13. He just missed the cut.
I feel like we're going to see a repeat from last year.
That would be great. That would be. It really isn't even anything close to it.
Yeah. At number 9. My number 9 is a receiver that I cannot stop talking about. This year's comeback player of the year. This guy about to come out here and make the NFL regret.
They're pissing themselves with anticipation.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's comeback player of the year, Rob Gronkowski. No, I'm kidding.
He's kidding. Yeah. That's my number 9, too. So,
Calvin Ridley.
I mean, you convinced me with all your overhyping to Calvin that there might be something there for him. So,
1,500 yards, 103 receptions.
If he doesn't hit that, y'all send all your anger to GQ. Don't send it my way. I'm just going with the flow on that one.
I'm going to open up a PO box so we can come out here and give you guys some what's that stuff called? Fan mail.
Ew.
Yeah.
The TLC album? Like after what's your face died? Fan mail? Nah. No thank you. No thank you. No. Don't need. I don't want no scrubs on my team. Calvin Ridley will be on your best friend's ride in the passenger side.
Hey, you said Cal Ripken?
No. Cal Ripken's dead. Say Calvin Ridley.
Is he dead?
No. Cal Ripken ain't dead. He's just dead to me. It's like that piece of shit, Brady Anderson. You almost got in a fight with Brady Anderson. He was a center fielder for the Orioles back in the day. We almost got in a straight-up fight. And that was the year he was on steroids, too, so that wouldn't have went well for me.
Cal Ripken used to creep me out. He looked like a cancer patient. Sorry, I don't mean to offend or make fun of cancer patients, but it was a Six Flags.
If they're cancer patients, they understand they're cancer patients, so he's not making fun of Calvin patients.
He did this Six Flags commercial where, and mind you, I was very, very young. So he did this commercial for
Adventure World.
Rides.
It was Adventure World.
It was Adventure World?
Yeah, it hadn't become Six.
It was called the Mind Eraser?
Mind Eraser, yes.
In the commercial, it's Calvin Cal Ripken's head, and the ride goes through his head,
Mm-hmm. I remember
past
that
his
commercial.
eyes and out the other. I'm a child. I'm like like maybe 6 or 7.
Sounds
So
about
this
right.
stuff right here is like reality to me. So when I saw this, it creeped me out. I was traumatized. So I remember there was a point where my father took us to get. They went to an Orioles game, not an Orioles game. We just went to an event, and Cal Ripken was there, and he was trying to sign everybody's stuff. And I didn't want that man anywhere near me because he let a roller coaster go through his head. In my mind, a roller coaster went through your head, so you shouldn't be alive anymore. So he creeped me out.
So you
So
think
yeah, there
he's
you
a
go.
Damar Hamlin? He's a zombie
He's a
back
zombie.
back from the dead
Yes.
to hit ground
Num-
balls into second base. Mighty Racer.
at number 8, Jalen Waddle. Waddle,
Mm.
waddle, waddle, waddle.
He's another one that just missed the cut on mine. 1,000 yards
He's gonna
last
go.
year.
I mean, I feel like he's a better threat than Tariq Hill, but
Nah, he's good though.
I feel like I feel like because he's gonna do more as a receiver, and not as a receiver, as a person with the ball. I feel like he'll do more as a ball carrier than
Mm.
Tyreek will. Although I feel like Tyreek is going to be more of a threat at receiver. Waddle's more of a ball threat, a threat with the ball in his hands.
Mm.
So Waddle's my 8. Who's your 8?
I may go to hell for this. I mean, that'll be like the 15th thing on the list that I'll go to hell for. But CD Lamb, I put an actual cowboy on
CD.
my list. Now, I hate the Cowboys, but I am not above drafting one or two on my fantasy teams, and
Cetus
that's what
Cetus?
we're here for. So if he falls to you, grab him because you know he'll get receptions, you know he'll get targets, he'll get his yardage, and he'll probably get you at least close to 10 TDs. If you can get that, he can get you 15 to 20 points every game, you've got a solid player. And Lamb's about that. He's that guy. He can do that. He's passable balls.
Sadarian DeLeon Lamb.
That's ugly. That's like
Sadarian
3 different
DeLeon.
last names for a person and her name. Well, ugly. And his name ugly. And his mama ugly. Who your number 8?
Jalen Waddle,
Oh, yeah.
the Penguin. Number 7,
Devontae Adams. Not
Devontae
Smith.
Adams.
Yeah, not Smith.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I feel like he'll get his numbers no matter who's throwing him the ball. Big catch radius. He'll get separation every time because he's basically uncoverable even by the top corners. So he'll get open, he'll get his targets, and he'll make the most of them.
Well, absolutely. I mean, who else they gonna throw the ball
I
to?
mean, exactly. Will he have better numbers than Lamb or Ridley? I can't say for certain, but I can say he'll be consistent. He's one of the ones that you can be sure will get you your numbers because that's just what he does every year after year, game after game. He's productive, and that's important as we get
I'll say
closer to the
this.
top 5.
I'll say this. I agree with you 100%. He's the only quarterback I feel like will be 100% successful that can still be successful with a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo. Because
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Smith is not one of those receivers that will wait for a ball to come to him.
Right.
I feel like he'll be the one that's going to come back to that ball if it's going short. And Jimmy Garoppolo does that a lot. He throws
Mm-hmm.
that ball wherever. It's going somewhere. And
I know. Doesn't it
Devontae
remind you of
Smith,
McNabb the way he throws the ball directly into the ground?
yeah. But I feel like Devontae Adams is that receiver that's going to make Jimmy Garoppolo look good.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Garoppolo throws for 3,500 yards.
And 6 touchdowns.
No. No, he's going to put up 29 touchdowns.
Would that
17
test the
interceptions.
receivers? Okay.
Only because of Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is going to have 15 TDs.
That's the only way to our success this season.
I'm going to be that guy that's going to be. I see. Listen, Boulevard is the person with common sense. I'm going to be the one to just completely rock your worlds. I'm just going to go out there and say anything.
You were the first
Maybe
person that ever said I had common sense, so you must be telling the truth here. That you will say anything. Because no one's ever told me I had common sense.
because I'm going to say just about anything on this show when
Nothing
it comes
about
to
me is
fantasy.
common. Nothing.
Because I'm going to be the one that either you're going to pick somebody that I suggested you pick, and you're going to see major success, or you're going to be hitting us up on our show like, yo,
Hitting him up specifically, because he's the one saying this weird shit. It's
why
not
would you
me. I'm
tell me
trying to
to
get you
pick him?
championships.
I'm trying to get you to piss off everybody else in your league.
Yeah, yes you is.
And
I
this is
don't know that. I
what
don't
I
know.
do when I start losing. When I lose and I'm not in the playoffs, I start trading my best players away.
You
I
really
got kicked
do.
out of a fantasy. I got kicked out of a fantasy league doing that.
Hmm.
It was so they were so upset that it did it that I did that they completely like ended the they
Damn.
completely ended the fantasy league. They didn't finish the league
Damn.
because I did that. I just started trading people because I was losing. So I just started trading my best players. It was so fun. I loved
Why?
it because I wanted to piss people off.
Why? You don't want to win?
I was already out.
So? Knock
Yeah, I
them
was
out
out.
and fuck up their seasons.
No, I was my friend, so I was like, yeah.
That's the exactly. Exactly. You can beat them harder. You can use weapons on your friends. You can hit your friend with a chair. But you gotta throw the hat first, of course. You gotta take your hat off and throw it before a chair starts swinging.
We had number 7.
Oh, good, Devontae Adams.
All right. Stephon Diggs is my number 7.
Nice.
He has
That's
finished.
low, by the way. That's
He
low for
has
Diggs.
the white Cam Newton as his quarterback.
I thought Cam Newton was that.
Cam Newton is the delusional Vince Young.
Cam Newton, I want to punch Cam Newton in the face. I ain't even gonna
Actually,
lie.
Vince Young
Cam
was
Newton's
the
got a really
delusional Vince Young.
punchable face. But he looked
Cam
like
Newton.
Last Dragon, and I don't want to punch Last Dragon in the face. I just want to punch Cam Newton in the
He don't look
face.
like Last Dragon. He look like Show Nuff.
I look like Show Enough.
Who's the master? Who's the master?
Show Enough dead, so go. If you are strong, so don't let go. Of your
All right.
elevation.
Number 6.
Number 6 is. Wait. Which one is it? The same Brown that's in Detroit. My brain is saying Equanimous, but I know it ain't Equanimous. It's the other
It's
one.
mine.
Yeah. I'm in the same Brown. That family got some stupid names. That family is a mess.
Yeah. What kind of name is Equanimous?
Something
Call
somebody
it
that thought they were really
equestrian.
smart would come up with. Somebody that thought they were smart.
Equestrian St. Brown.
Yeah, it's pretty close to a horse. Equanimous, it sounds like equus, which is a horse. So,
Well, I'm on Ross St. Brown.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
he's good. He's good. He's a number one. And, I mean, it's just the people that he's competing with for touches aren't really at his level.
No, I
So,
agree with you there.
He's a solid number one. He'll probably get even better numbers than he did last season.
So, would you bet that Amon St. Brown's going to lead the Lions in receiving?
Yes.
I bet you Lewis Williams is doing the same thing. Because he got suspended for gambling.
Oh.
I
Good.
think he got suspended like 3 games. It's okay.
Yeah, a lot of people got suspended for gambling this season. I'm sure there's even more that they didn't even get rid of.
That's because y'all getting caught. I told y'all on the podcast on Spotify to stop using your own device to gamble.
You ain't even DJs don't do it in the facilities. Like,
You
even
got
that's
your
simple
own
enough.
people.
Go home and gamble.
I got an entourage. I do my gambling on Junior. I do my gambling on Boulevard's phone. Well, I mean, I'm not an NFL player, so it don't
What to say?
matter.
You can't even gamble up here. You can't gamble here. It's like online gambling. It ain't legal here yet.
That's a shame.
That
It
is a
should be
thing. This
legal
place is
everywhere.
corny.
How do you not like? Oh my god! How do you not let people gamble? Let people throw their life away. It's not nothing to do with you.
Right. I mean, I've never heard of anybody actually being prosecuted for it. It seems like a waste of time to pursue anybody for gambling,
I be
but
gambling all
it's
day.
still against the law up here for some dumb reason.
Bernie Sanders.
No,
No. Oh,
Bernie gambles. Bernie gambles
of
every
course he
day
do.
when he comes out of his house that he's not going to
Yeah.
slip and break his hip. Every time he gets angry that he's not going to seize up and keel over and die from a heart
Yeah.
attack or a stroke or whatever happens to old people. That he wakes up
Well,
and can remember his kids because he don't got the old Thomas.
well. Speaking of death, my number 6 is the teammate of the guy who killed the guy on the field. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Jamar Chase. He's my number 6.
Wait, who killed the guy?
T. Higgins killed Demar.
She Higgins killed somebody?
He killed Demar Hamlin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is a murderer.
You murderer.
Oh my God, they killed DeMar. You. Oh, look, he's not dead. He got up.
So,
Oh, man, wants to sue the shit out of us.
who gives a shit? We got no money.
Sure, he just fall over and die again. And that'd be that.
At number 5, I got Hank Basket.
I don't know what that is.
It's okay. No one does. This DK Metcalf is my number 5.
Okay, well, that's a lot better than whatever Hank Basket is. Him and his playmate wife.
I thought you didn't know who it was.
That's who Hank Basket is. I don't understand how he bagged a playmate, but. Man, Larry, look at Paul Eagles. I know who all them bum-ass receivers that went through Philly are.
Listen, this episode has become went from a fantasy football conversation to a freaking troll fest. And I'm
told you it was a disaster. I can feel it in the air. We ain't gonna get no likes.
Well, who your number 5?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely top 5 in fantasy.
Yeah, he definitely going to do the same thing he did last year. You can't stop a guy who's that big. Like, I mean,
Right.
He's got that.
I mean, if I'm being honest with myself, the running backs are good in Philly, but I don't know. Like, they're not going to be able to carry nah. They can't hold water. It's still going to be about those receivers. It's still just receivers and that quarterback connection. That's still going to be way more crucial than the running backs. Especially with Brown, who's about as big as a running back. What's he, 226, 225?
Yeah,
That's running
6'1",
back size.
226. Yeah.
That's running back size. So, yeah. I mean, personally, I would open up the offense, and coming out of the backfield, running on them gadget plays, using a Debo playbook. Like the Debo formation, doing all of that. I'd have been doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't see why you wouldn't
receivers in the league. I would try to use them every way possible. He is the key component. You can do a lot of the same things, like say reverses or jet sweeps and all that. You can do those with either receiver. Either the top 2 receivers in Philly.
Yeah, definitely. I think Arthur Juan Brown is going to be definitely a top receiver.
I don't know who Arthur Juan Brown is.
You're number 5.
Oh. Equanimous?
Oh.
Okay.
AJ. A to the J.
That J stands for Joyce. His name is Aaron Joyce Brown. You know,
maybe
whatever you said, his middle name is Joyce. And my number 4.
Who you got?
My number 4 used to be Steve Diggs, but then he went into portal and became out Stephon Diggs. That's a Family Matters reference.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, what? Oh,
yeah, because he went in the machine.
Family Matters.
And then he comes out the machine all swatted. I'm fine, man. And all that crap. And you just wanted to choke Stephon until that breath left his body permanently.
Stephon.
And if anybody that can reach Jaleel White, tell Jaleel White he owes me a fucking scrap. We gonna fight. Because he ruined my childhood.
Yeah, you know what we called this man growing up?
You know, like me and Jaleel White, I'm on the street. He getting sacked. Just on sight. I'm going to proceed to beat the crap out of Jaleel White. And anybody listening, you heard it. This is premeditated.
Urkel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I want to beat the piss out of Steve Urkel. He ruined my life.
You was
whole childhood.
Your whole life.
Shut up, Urkel. Now I'm ditching you look like Steve Urkel. Why are you wearing your pants so high? What are you, Urkel?
Well, let me give you guys some context. Boulevard used to actually be a very skinny guy. Like he was a wide receiver.
So I was a skinny guy.
He was a tall, lanky dude. So, and he wore his pants up to his belly button, and he wore suspenders with a collared shirt.
He's under-exaggerating. I wore my pants up to my nipples. They were up to my nipples, not my belly, my nipples.
And he wore bow ties for no apparent reason.
Ooh. Oh. You got any cheese? This is what this is.
At number 3, I got... Number 3 is my AJ. I got AJ Brown as my number 3. He is... I feel like the man's unstoppable. You can't stop that AJ.
He is unstoppable.
That man. So, yeah, he's my number 3.
My number 3 is stoppable if you can get your hands on him because he's scrawny, but he fast. Tyreek Hill is my number 3.
Ooh.
The truest stays alive and conscious and on the field. Hill will hit the numbers he's aiming for. He's aiming for 2,000 this season. I believe he can actually do it.
Ándale.
Exactly. I believe he can do it. Quickly, run fast.
Quickly.
I believe in Hill.
Number 2. And number 2.
Yeah.
Who do you got? It's number 2.
Jamar, don't bother to chase because he's open. And number 2. I mean, we know what he do. We know that man is a beast. I don't need to say too much about Jamar Chase's game. We know he's the second best receiver in the league. It's not really even up for debate. I mean, it's up to debate 1A, 1B. 1A, 1B, 1A, 1B with the number 1 on my list.
No, he is not number 6. He's not the second best receiver in the league. No.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people better than him. I'm sorry. I won't even put him as a top 10 receiver. He's just effective.
You don't have Jamar Chase in your top 10?
No.
Oh, man. They're going to kill you.
Maybe he's in my top 10. He's in my top 10, but, like...
They're going to get you.
I just... Like, if I... Like...
You're going to be chopped and feathered.
Like, if I'm an NFL GM and I have my picks a receiver, there's so many receivers that I would pick before him.
Why? I mean, he ain't got the best size, but he's got great hands and he gets open. Like, and he can go up and get it. What more do you need?
There's a lot of things. I don't know. I have a different demand, you know? I guess it's the kind of scheme I would run. He wouldn't fit my scheme.
Well, I don't know what that means.
At number 2, I got Tyreek Hill.
You
know, that's another person that it was Ray Rice who beat the girl up in the elevator. Kareem Hunt kicked the girl in the hotel lobby.
Oh, no, that's still funny. That's still funny.
Tyreek, he did something too. I don't remember what it was, but he
spanked this kid. That's what he did. He spanked this kid, and this kid got a little injured.
No, it was something else.
He got suspended for beating his kid with a belt.
Which is retarded because I beat my kid every day, every chance I get a chance. You got a problem with it? Come see me. I'll whoop your ass too. I will take my belt off and whoop any of you motherfuckers out there who seem to think y'all can tell me I can't beat my kid. As a matter of fact,
But
come
you
watch my
can't beat
kid
your
for a day.
kid. You
Come
can't beat
out
your
here.
kid.
Come watch my kids for a day. I bet you whoop them.
All
Bet
little
you
boy got to
whoop
do
them.
is, hey, once I got back to my home. As you know, you sound like that a high pitched voice.
Number one.
Daddy.
Number one. I know we got the same one.
We
So
got the
I'm gonna
same
say
one.
on three. We're gonna say it on three. 1, 2, 3. Justin Jefferson.
Yep, just Jay Jetton. Justin Jefferson.
I
Who
said
else
Richard
could it
Jefferson.
be? Oh. Ew, he
Richard
ugly as shit.
Justin Jefferson. The best receiver in the league. Hey,
Absolutely.
guess what? The Eagles could have had 2 of the top receivers
Mm-hmm.
on this board right here. 2 of them.
On your
Pass the
board,
ball.
yeah. Because I ain't got Metcalf on mine.
You ain't got Metty.
Oh.
Yo, Metcalf about to go off this year.
He should have been went off. That's why he didn't east. He ain't went off yet.
He went off his rookie year last year.
He didn't go off last year. He didn't even have 1,000 yards last year.
He did.
I was just looking at the man's numbers. Hold on.
He got 1,000.
That man's numbers was scrap. Like scraps.
DK.
Let me see.
Wait a minute. Did DK and AJ go to the same college?
No. Wait, where did I can't remember.
Because
I can't find there's Seattle. All right.
Yeah, DK had 90 receptions for 1,000 yards, 6 TDs.
I must have been looking at Lockett then.
Oh, Lockett was hurt most of the year. Lockett
No.
always injured.
Metcalf had nothing last year. Metcalf had nothing last year.
I don't know what you're talking about. He had 90 catches for 1,000 yards.
In 2022?
Yeah.
That's not what my stats saying.
You probably got it on 2023.
No. 2022, General. 10 receptions, 13 targets, 136 yards. So he only played 1 game last season.
2022?
And that's off of ESPN.
I don't know.
Let's see. The Kalen Metcalf. 10 receptions, 136 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He didn't do shit last year.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's what I got this.
But this, what?
Yeah.
I can't go, no, this is career. This is career. I'm so lost here. Come on, ESPN, have some sense.
Let me go to ESPN.
See, now 2022, 90 receptions, 10,000 yards, 6 years, whatever. Okay. Well, somebody at ESPN need to get their ish together.
Somebody gonna get fired.
Because I'm looking at 2 different pages on ESPN for DK Metcalf with different numbers altogether for the same season. Y'all need to get it together over there. Stop firing everybody. Anytime you get somebody good, y'all fire somebody at ESPN. Fire the people that suck.
You know who y'all need to fire? Y'all need to fire Malika Andrews. She don't like black men.
Get that candidate
Get rid of her. Get her out of here.
You smell like suck on me, you bitch.
And to that I say, go like and subscribe. Tell your friends to tell their friends, and they can tell their mom to come see me.
Tell your friends to tell your friends not to play Madden, because it sucks. Just like your mom. It does
suck.
Just like your mom's.
Your mom. And take a seat on the bench, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I hope you loved this disaster of an episode. It was a total clusterfuck, but we will be back for more. So be sure to come back and see what we do next.
You better come back, because if you don't come back, I'm going to come get you.
All right, drag you right out your house by your feet.
This is...
Peace.